Hi YouTube, it's Natasha. Um, just doing a really quick update. I think my last video was 3 weeks ago, maybe. And I was telling you all that I got approval for my paniculectomy. So I do have it scheduled. It's scheduled for January 2nd. So that's 12 days from now, I think, 11 days from now. Um, and I am very excited, a little nervous about the pain, but very excited. I've talked to a couple people who had tummy tucks, and they told me the pain's not that bad. Like the first day or two, it's pretty bad, and they recommended that I stay in the hospital as long as possible. But they said after that, it's really not that bad, and it's worth it. So we shall see. I did decide to go with the vertical extension. Um, just because my doctor really thinks that I'll get the best results from that, and he feels like I'll have a lot of I'll still have the muffin top, the dog ears, if I don't do the vertical extension. So I had to pay $1,100 to add that on. But other than that, at this point, I haven't paid anything else. I do think that I have a deductible with my insurance, but I don't want to find out, so I haven't called. But I'm thinking that I have $1,000 deductible. Um, so I went for my pre-op on the 19th, Wednesday, and we just talked about the surgery and what to expect in the aftercare and how to clean the drains and how many drains I would have. He said I'll probably have three, and probably one will come out in a week. He gave me prescriptions for all my meds. He started out with just regular strength Norco, which is Vicodin with Tylenol. And Vicodin does absolutely nothing for me. Tylenol does nothing for me. So he switched it to Ultram. Well, the nurse switched it to Ultram. And then when I talked to him, he said, well, I'm going to give you the extra strength Norco. And you can take the Ultram too. And then he said, if that's still not giving you any relief, he wrote me a prescription for Valium. But he said, don't take the Valium at the same time you take the Norco because there's a chance that I could stop breathing. So I'm thinking I'm probably not going to take the Valium at all because kind of need to breathe. That's kind of important to life, you know. But hopefully I won't need the pain meds that long. I'm pretty much a trooper because pain meds don't work that well for me. So I pretty much deal with it. I just need something to take the edge off, and hopefully the combination of those two things will take the edge off for me. Because the next step, I think he said, would be to give me, I want to say Percocet, something that's Oxycontin. And I really don't want to mess around with Oxycontin if I don't have to. What else did we talk about? That's pretty much it with my pre-op appointment. But the other thing I want to tell you all, which is totally unrelated to my surgery, is that my family and I just got back from Disney World. We went from the 8th to the 15th, stayed on Disney property at Pop Century. So we got there on Saturday, and I think on Monday I noticed that I had these two bumps on my neck, and I was joking that a vampire must have bit my neck because it was two, looked like bite marks on my neck. And then I had a couple bumps on my thumb. By Thursday, well, I think like Tuesday or Wednesday, my arms were covered in bumps, but they weren't itchy and it wasn't really that red. By Thursday, my arms were totally red and itchy. I had to wear sleeves because it was embarrassing. It looked really bad. Go to the front desk. I said, I think there are bed bugs in this room that are eating me. So they switched my room. Get back to Michigan on Saturday evening. I'm the only one who has the bites. Sunday morning, my 5-year-old comes in the room itching his arms. He scratched himself to the point that he was bleeding. He was itching so bad. So I said, okay, we'll go to urgent care. So we go to urgent care. The first doctor didn't really look at me. He mostly looked at my son, and he said, well, yours, he glanced at me. He said, yours definitely is, looks like an allergic reaction, looks like hives. He said, I'm not so sure about your son. what his is, but it could be anything because you were in Florida. You could have got bit by anything and be having a reaction to it. So he gave us prednisone. So then Monday morning, my 7-year-old gets up and he has bumps on his arms and he's itching. So I said, well, we'll go to urgent care after school and I'll get you a prescription for prednisone just like us and we'll be fine. So we go back to urgent care after school. This doctor examines my son head to toe, took his socks off, looked in between his toes, and he said, this isn't an allergic reaction. A whole family doesn't have an allergic reaction. He said, this looks like scabies. Now, I really didn't know what scabies was. I've heard about scabies. I know that, people talk about how you don't want to get lice, scabies, tetters, all that's grouped together. So I knew it had something to do with that, but didn't know what it was. So scabies is a mite, a female mite, that burrows under your skin and lays eggs. So he's telling me, this is what we have. No need to take the prednisone. Gave us this cream that we had to put on in every crevice of our body from head to toe, even in our hair. Leave it on for 14 hours, wash it off in the morning, repeat in 2 weeks. My husband's at work, call my husband. He has to leave work, go to urgent care, get the same prescription. We're contagious, so he's off work for the day. So that's been my ordeal. Now, I got it first, so mine, and I had to re-launder everything in my house. I disinfected my house. I bleached every surface that could be bleached. I sprayed down every surface that could not be bleached. Things that I couldn't wash or spray have been sitting outside or sitting in the garage in a plastic bag. But yeah, that was my ordeal with Disney. And so now I filed a claim with them and I'm waiting to see what Disney is going to do. Because in my opinion, given the volume of people that visit Disney, they need to take some precautions. It can be killed from sheets and pillows and things and kept out of the mattress if you have your mattress sealed. So why doesn't Disney use like the bed bug mattress covers? They must not be laundering the sheets at a high enough temperature if it can live in the sheets. So I really have issue with Disney right now. I've been having dreams that bugs are crawling on me and things. So I definitely will not be taking my family back to Disney. I definitely would not recommend that other people go to Disney. At the very least, I wouldn't recommend staying on Disney property. And I know that bed bugs are prevalent everywhere. And there's not much you can do to completely eradicate bed bugs, but there are precautions that everyone can take to, lessen the likelihood that you would have a situation like this. And I especially think, people come there with newborn babies. Who wants their baby ate up by bed bugs and contracting scabies and lice and tetters and all these other things? So that's my issue. And no, it had nothing to do with my vertical sleeve or with my upcoming surgery, but just thought I'd share because I'm a little pissed off at this point. So that's that. Just wanted to let you all know that I had my surgery date scheduled. I asked the doctor to take a picture of the skin that he removed. So I'm going to ask him to take a picture of my incisions after he makes them because I really love stuff like that. I don't know that he'll take that picture, but he told me if I remind him, he'll snap a picture of my skin with his cell phone if necessary. So I'm looking forward to getting that picture, and I will post something after my recovery because I don't know that I'll be up for doing it in the hospital, but if I can or I get my husband to tape it, I will. So Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, happy whatever it is that you celebrate. Happy holidays to everyone, and I will talk to you all later. Bye.